I think first start with the people around you, right? Start telling them you love them, hug them, enhance the sense of community that you share with your friends and your loved ones. Do your best to sort of be the person who steps forward, starts it off, like makes an action. Tell someone how much you care and appreciate them. I care about them and appreciate them when you maybe wouldn't have done that ordinarily. You can do that. We can all do that. And we've all had it done to us, and it feels amazing. When someone comes up to you out of nowhere and goes, hey, man, I just want to tell you, I really appreciate you. I know sometimes we don't talk to each other that much, but when I do, I really enjoy it. I love you. Give me a hug. I just want you to know. Yeah. I'm very fortunate that I have a lot of friends that do that kind of stuff. I have a real supportive group of friends. And if you don't, you long for that. And I think that's a big thing. Like, become that person.
See, sometimes we think the pain is what controls us. It's actually our subconscious mind. That if we ever tapped into that, that's what dictates most of our life. And there's another side of pain. That's called effort. It's called glory. It's called, if you can find a way to push through pain, there's something greater on the other side of it. And if you never tap into it, it's because the first time you felt it, you backed off. The first time you felt, that burn, the first time you felt that it's too much. And we rationalize with ourselves to where we automatically stop. That's why a bunch of us give up so much in life so quickly. That's why kids have a problem finishing things in today's time. Because as soon as they feel a small bit of discomfort, of things ain't right, they gone. I can't do it no more. But suppose I told you the greatest pain of my life is the reason I'm standing here today.
We can manipulate our hardware. We just have to understand what the patterns are and also have been there. You have to make mistakes. You've been there, you feel it, you understand what it is, and then you have that time to adjust. That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong, and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better. And I mean that, in a relative sense, like even getting good at something. Forget about victory. Like making a terrible book that gets rejected by every publisher and then writing a really good one and people accept it and you're like, fuck, I got better. Yes. Like that's that feeling.
That's interesting, yeah.
Those feelings of failure are really critical for your motivation.
People need to understand is if you're a human and you interact with other human beings, you're in a leadership position. It doesn't matter if you're a frontline worker and you're not in charge of any other people. But guess what? You're interacting with your peers. You're interacting and you have to lead your boss. You have to be able to lead your boss. Your boss doesn't know what's happening in the field. Your boss doesn't know what time that concrete should be poured. Your boss doesn't know what time those forms need to be set up. Doesn't know that. You have to lead your boss in that right direction. You have to lead your peers in the right direction. You have to lead your family in the right direction. You have to, even if you by leading your family, that means putting your ego in check and listening to what your kids have to say. So everybody's a leader. And once people understand that, there's so much they can get out of actually learning leadership skills.
Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. Think about every poor decision you've made in your life.
Gosh.
There was more emotion that was involved in it than there was mind. Every single one of them. Think about it.
It really was.
Your feelings keep you in bed. Your mind tells you, get up. Think about it. Every single day, your mind is one that tells you, get up. And your feelings like, an extra 30 minutes, just roll it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, lift weights, do jiu-jitsu, go for runs, stretch out, eat good, stop drinking. It's pretty straightforward. If you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. Every day that you don't do work, you're going backwards, and it definitely will hurt you, and it'll show up. You can't get away with what you got away with when you were 23. It doesn't work. You have to stay ahead of it.
How many times you've heard that it's not fair? It's not supposed to be fair. It's not supposed to be fair. Winning is not supposed to be fair. Life is not fair. There's nothing that's going to guarantee you that win. But the only thing that's going to guarantee you that loss is if you don't get in this race. How many people, and you talk about this all the time, about the fears and the emotions and just just going for it, just like here it is.
Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation. If you only did what you were supposed to do when you were motivated to do it, that's leaving it to chance. But if you're disciplined, you go do what you're supposed to do. That's the way it works.
It ain't even about you. It's about a greater purpose. That if you can find a way to push through, that if you can find a way to not make it about you, learn to appreciate the occasional storms that come in your life.
You're looking for a full-on solution to this problem, and there's probably not a full-on solution that's going to satisfy every aspect of this scenario. So what you have to do instead is you have to look for what's the trade-off going to be. I'm going to win a little bit here, I'm going to lose a little bit there, but overall, it's going to move me in the right direction. I think it's a good thing to understand, as opposed to going through life thinking that you're going to find a 100% solution, because it's not going to exist. So you're going to have to make trade-offs in life.
The real message is we all started from no. I mean, we all had bullshit jobs. We all felt like losers. But through time and effort, you build a stronger human. You build a stronger body. You build a stronger mind. You build accomplishments and will and momentum. And then you look back and you go, hey man, I'm not washing tables anymore. You know, I'm not washing dishes. I'm not cutting lawns. I'm not digging ditches.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a different person now. The more you can spread positive energy, the more people will love you. The more you'll have that community of love. Physical activity is mental activity. You just don't think of it that way because your mind is forcing your body to do the work. You just don't think of it that way. You think of it as being physical, brute, grunt work for cavemen. But the reality is, it's the mind that forces the body to do that, and you must have a strong mind in order to get that done. So a strong mind is not just one that can do calculus. A strong mind is not just one that can write books. A strong mind is one that controls the body and all of its inherent weaknesses and all of its urges to be lazy and sedentary and self-destructive. That's a strong mind.